Coming up on the Sports Desk, playoff brackets have dropped. See where the cards have fallen. And this postseason comes on the heels of so many of our Torrance area teams earning league titles. The Lady Knights basketball team, the North boys soccer squad, the West girls b-ball team, all league champs. In girls water polo, we've got co-league champs in West and South. And staying in the water straight from the Torrance Aquatic Center, I am one-on-one with the USA men's national water polo team as they gear up for the Summer Olympics Tokyo 2020.
On Wednesdays we do yoga, which isn't the prettiest sight to see a bunch of water polo players do yoga.
We've got the who, what, where, when, why, and how. Let's get things started right now. Hey guys, welcome to the Sports Desk, your one source for all things Torrance sports. I am your host, Lesley Robbins, bringing you a gateway to the brightest sports stars and hottest sports spots in Torrance. Before we get to the show, we want to hear from you. Here are the social media stats. I'm at Lesley Mia. The show is at the Sports Desk TV. We've got email, Facebook. Tell us what's going on and what we need to know, because when it comes down to it, this show is all about you. Now let's get you in the know with some numbers. Playoffs have arrived. Brackets have dropped. The entire first half of this show is dedicated to it. But remember, games are happening every day from here on out, so please keep up to date on our social media pages for any updates. Okay, let's get started with basketball for the boys. In the first round being played on Wednesday in Division I, Bishop Montgomery plays Redondo. In Division II AA, Los Osos comes to West. In Division IIIA, South welcomes Santa Monica Pacifica Christian. And in Division 5A, Ambassador plays at Crossroads Christian. In girls basketball, Division I, Bishop Montgomery and West both received byes, advancing to the second round on Saturday. As for the first round on Thursday in Division II AA, North welcomes Oxnard, South visits Victor Valley in Division III AA, and Torrance visits Garden Grove in Division IIIA. It is no coincidence that this past week was National Girls and Women in Sports Day, because Torrance area girls are kicking butt. The West girls basketball team, your Pioneer League champion, closed out the regular season undefeated, 10-0 in league, with their final game/win of the season against Torrance, 59-30. It's moves like this from Captain Junior Anaya James that gets it done. To top it all off, that game was also senior night. The girls graduating were Erin Ponce, that is her dad, our director right there, Gus. We have next up Jordy Morimoto, very proud, and next Jamie Ota. They were given a grand send-off prior to the big game. The boys at West are also league champs, who closed out their season at 8-2 after defeating Torrance 74-54. Proud doesn't even come close to how Russell Payne feels about his boys.
Our last regular season game, we have playoffs starting next Wednesday. Finished Pioneer League champs with an 8-2 record in league and 16-12 overall. So it was a really fun year. I mean, the kids, that was their goal from the very beginning of the season. We want to be Pioneer League champs. We think we can be Pioneer League champs. Last year we got second, so it was a big thing for these boys. And they went after it. They worked hard all year, and they took care of business. This season, I'm most proud of their resiliency. They worked hard. They had a lot of injuries. They had a lot of moments that was tough, facing adversity, and they found a way to overcome it and still achieve their goal. You know, these kids, it's a joy to coach them. I come here every day. I'm happy. I enjoy it. I love what I do. And I think they love the energy and love being a part of the program. So I think them just having a good experience for their senior year, for those 6 seniors, and the rest of the kids kind of feeding off that for their future is really important for the culture of our program. It was senior night, so it's always a fun environment for our kids. We had our alumni from last year come back, all their family, all their friends. So a really fun environment. It's nice to feed off the crowd, having the gym packed. We made shots tonight. I mean, I think that was one of the big reasons. We made a lot of jump shots from outside. We're aggressive on both ends of the court, so it's fun to watch.
Senior night against our rival school, Torrance. It's always a big one. We had a nice crowd out here tonight, and just senior night and then being a rival is what amped us up for this game. Senior night means a lot since, it's my best friends. We've been with each other since, some of us since kindergarten, so it means a lot to finish it out with them right here, right now. Make a run for CIF. Last year we came up short, but this year we got all our guys back. Just looking to make a run for a ring, and that's all that matters, honestly.
The seniors honored that night Brandon Kirscher, Kento Masumoto, there he is walking out, Jordan Yee. Then we have Casey Umamoto, who we just heard from, and we have Zach Tanada coming up. Family is so proud. And then Drew Higashagawa. Okay, heading over to North, the Lady Saxons ended league play with a win over South on their senior night. They closed out their regular season 8-2. Before I give it all away, here's Justin Thompson.
Thanks, Lesley. The North High girls basketball team sending out the seniors on a positive note with a big win over the South High Spartans to wrap up their regular season. Even though it was senior night, it was the Saxon sophomores that had the team rolling early in this one. Carly Schwenke with some nice work in the paint to get the first basket of the game. And sophomore Sam Yanagi followed suit. Good defense leads to the easy layup, and then Sam buries the corner three right in front of us to give North an early 7-0 lead. More offensive fireworks for the Saxons here. Number 3 finds number 4 for 3 more. That's senior Casey Takada dishing it to Dara Takeshi. And the next Saxons possession, Brittany Ashita joins the three-point party and connects from long distance. 17-6, North up big in the first quarter. The Spartans would battle back in the second half though, and we had a nail-biter down the stretch in this one. Sam Yanagi at the line misses the free throw, so the Spartans down 4 push it up the court and bury a 3 to make it a 1-point game with 7 seconds left. So it all came down to this. 4.7 seconds left, South down 41-39 with one chance to win the game, and they nearly do it. So close, but the Saxons hold on to come away with the exciting win against a tough South team.
Senior night, you never know what's going to happen. The kids are really excited. Even though it's their last league game because we're going to the playoffs, it's a special night for the seniors. We usually do get off to fast starts. I mean, you're playing at home. It's senior night. The kids are hyped up. It's just good that we're able to sustain and take some composure at the end and pull the win off. Our kids were pretty young to begin with, age-wise, but on the court we've been growing up a lot as the season goes on. I left some freshmen and sophomores out there to handle the run. I mean, if we're going to make a run in CIF, they got to be able to handle some pressure, and it was a good time for them to learn.
Want another league champ? How about the Bishop Montgomery girls basketball team? These amazing athletes just landed at the top of the Delray League by going undefeated, 8-0. Melanie Chacon has more.
Lesley, what a game this was. The girls played aggressively on both ends of the court, and the Saints did not go down without a fight. Bishop Montgomery got the win over St. Anthony 79-40. And with this win, the Knights remain undefeated in league. It was senior night at Bishop Montgomery, and the seniors showed out, as did the rest of the team. The Lady Knights played hard, their defense was stellar, and their offense was rolling. Check out this layup by senior Imaya Trahan. Moments later, senior Cyan Dyke grabs the rebound, hits the layup, and one. And I'll let Imaya Trahan walk you through her next play.
I think I just hit it in and out across, and I heard her like gasp for air, and I was like, oh, she fell. So I ran, and then I heard coach in my head, because we cross each other a lot at practice, and she's always like, shoot it, don't pass it, take your moment. So I heard it, and I just pulled up, and I made it.
Bishop outplayed St. Anthony in the first half. The Knights only allowed 2 made field goals from the Saints in the second quarter and led it 43-19 at the half. In the third quarter, the Knights continued their dominance. They hit 3 threes and outscored the Saints 23-9, leading 66-28. In the fourth quarter, Bishop ran away with the win, beating St. Anthony 79-40.
Last game with St. Anthony, we didn't play that well, so we came with the intention that we just need to come out hard, step on the necks, and not even give them a chance. So that's what we kept in mind the whole game. We reminded each other throughout the game that we got to keep pushing even if we're tired or not. I couldn't ask for anything better. My teammates played hard. We all played hard together. We looked good on the floor. We felt good. It just felt good to beat them by that much, and it was high energy. It was fun.
We started out strong, rebounding, and then we kept that throughout the whole game. We were consistent, which is something that we struggled with before. So it was nice seeing when you're just consistent how much it pays off. everybody hustled, and we also made the extra pass, which is something that's like really important to us. Our theme of the week was Mamba mentality, especially after Kobe just passing, and just knowing that like treat every game like it's your last, and I think that was a really good game to show. We never stopped. I think everybody had a good game. I'm not gonna lie. I think everybody on the entire team had a good game, and I think it was just honestly. I think like even if I didn't do well, like just seeing that everybody else like had so much fun and like how much like everybody came out, like my friends came out, my family came out. I think that really just like I don't know. That's like the most memorable part.
And if you're keeping score at home, the following game saw the Lady Knights beat Bishop Amat during their last game of the regular season, 64-42. The B Monty boys closed out the regular season in third in the Delray League at 4-4. They had a tough week, first falling to St. Bernard 59-56, and then to St. Anthony 50-48. That school does pump out some stellar athletes. Shout out to Bishop Montgomery alum Stephen Thompson Jr. He is staying in the NBA G League. The Erie Bayhawks, NBA G League affiliate of the New Orleans Pelicans, just claimed the Torrance native and Oregon State guard from the player pool. His former team, the Wisconsin Herd of the NBA G League, had placed his contract on waivers in November. Okay, back to brackets and soccer. Nothing too surprising here. Ladies first on Thursday in the first round, Division 3. Your Pioneer League champ South will host Sonora. And in Division 4, Torrance welcomes Mayfield and North is at Cerritos. On Wednesday in boys soccer in Division 2, West hosts Warren. And in Division 3, Torrance visits El Rancho while North welcomes Los Amigos. Speaking of, we were on the field for North's last regular game where they officially made their season an undefeated one. They are a sight to see. Here's Justin Thompson.
The North High boys soccer team wrapping up the regular season just as they had hoped with a win over the South High Spartans. With the victory, the Saxons posted a perfect 10-0 record in league play. Now let's get to the action. Michael McKibben got the scoring started for North, out-hustling the goalie and lining up the perfect shot to sneak the ball in on a tricky angle. The Spartans came right back to tie the game up at 1 apiece here. Nice shot with the left foot. Senior captain Andrew Valverde showing what he can do, just bending the ball perfectly here on the free kick to put North up 2-1. Here's the UCLA commit talking about that goal.
Just wanted my goal against South. Didn't get to pull off a goal away, but yeah, I'm extremely blessed to have scored that free kick and lead my boys to another win.
And then Andrew Valverde with the perfect pass, finding his teammate right in front of the net. 3 first-half goals for the Saxons, a great senior night for Valverde, and a lot of confidence for this North team heading into postseason play.
Everyone was full of energy. It was a great game until the end of the game. Got a little chippy, but glad we got the win and excited for CIF.
This is a team that's been on a mission all season. You know, we've come out focused and ready to play every single match. We swept everybody this year. We're undefeated in league. I mean, there's not much more I can say. I mean, they played with heart, going down to man with about 10 minutes or so left. I mean, they played their butts off. So hats off to the boys. Let's give our hats off to the rest of these Torrance schools. I mean, Torrance, South, West are all well-coached teams. They play hard. They battle one another. But my boys were just better this year. And for them to go 10-0 this year, it's just it's impressive. It's special, and I'll never forget it. For this to happen to us this year, it's magical. It's special. And, again, the boys have put in the work. They've listened to me. They've bought into what I've sold. And they bought into their roles, and what more can I say? I mean, this is the result that you see right now. 10-0, 18-3 overall, and excited to go into a CIF playoff run that I hope finishes with a championship as well.
Okay, moving on to girls water polo and the brackets. West, the 3rd seed in Division 5, one of your co-Pioneer League champs, will host Montebello in the first round on Tuesday. South, your other co-Pioneer League champ, both schools went 5-1, will host Palm Springs also on Tuesday in a Division 6 first round game. Also on that day, Torrance in Division 6 will be on the road at Loara. We were poolside with the Tartars and the Warriors as they faced each other in their last go-around of the regular season. Melanie Chacon has more.
Thanks, Lesley. It's the last week of regular season play for girls water polo. West hosted Torrance and won 15-3. The Warriors will now move on to the first round of CIF, but for today, let's get you guys to the highlights. It was a great defensive start for both teams, and with just 52 seconds to go in the first, West's Montana White scored back-to-back goals, giving the Warriors a 2-0 lead. In the second quarter, West went up 4-0, and it was Katrina Sanchez that put the Tartars on the board 4-1. And on the other end, the Warriors had an answer. And another one. And another one. West dominated the second and third quarters and started the fourth up 14-2. The Tartars were able to get one more goal in, but the Warriors cruised to a 15-3 victory.
It's so cool to get a win again because it's especially Torrance, see them all the time on the deck, and it's good to have confidence in a few wins under your belt, especially when you're going to CIF. I know that helped us a ton last year going to CIF, having those wins and everything, and I mean it's really a lot of confidence, and it's just giving confidence to those girls that aren't playing as much but getting to be able to be in and score those goals and everything. It's like, yeah, we're going to CIF for a reason. This game was like really important for us. We have CIF coming up next week, and so we're really excited because this is the second time West High has ever made it to CIF, last year being the first, and we got runner-up last year. So this game was just getting us ready, making sure we all played together, and every game that we've played so far this season, we've just been getting better and better. CIF is going to be a big deal, especially to our seniors, because it's their last year and our last chance, and after last year losing at the final game, we really wanted to win it, but we didn't. So this year we've like really been extra motivated, and we feel like we're just going to go out there and really just try our best to work as a team, just to have us make it and not being able to make it before. Like my freshman year, we didn't even think about CIF. CIF wasn't even an option. To last year, making it CIF and getting all the way to the finals, it was really amazing.
Okay, coming up, more water polo action as I join the USA men's water polo team at the Torrance Aquatic Center as they prep for the Summer Olympics Tokyo 2020. Stay tuned.
You don't need a major league swing, a Cy Young arm, or a Gold Glove. Just a desire, the commitment to end bullying.
To end bullying.
Of any kind, anytime, anywhere. We need more MVPs, more champions like you.
To join our team.
To join our team against an opponent we are not allowed to win.
We've got this.
If we've got you. Join our team. Choose kindness, shred hate.
MLB, ESPN, and X Games are teaming up to shred hate. Learn more at shredhate.org.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? And now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Welcome back to the Sports Desk. Lesley Robbins here. When Olympic athletes come to town, you know I have to sit down with them. That's just what happened as the USA men's national water polo team settled back into their practice digs at the Torrance Aquatic Center as they prepare for the Summer Olympics Tokyo 2020. Take a look. The last time the Sports Desk was here at this pool, you guys just wanted to qualify to get into the Olympics. Now, that has become a reality.
I think that we had a really good showing at the Pan American Games, and we ultimately accomplished what we wanted to do. We wanted to go out there and win gold and lock down a seed for the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. Now it's sort of go time and training and everything that you can imagine in preparation for the Olympics. So I'm super excited. It's tiring though, that's for sure, but
break down what go time means.
Mentally, physically, it's a lot, but at the same time, it's rewarding because we want to get a medal at the Olympics.
You know, it's relieving to knowing that we qualify earlier enough where we can mentally prepare and get in the water for 6-7 months ahead, just focusing on preparation, conditioning, and tactics, while other teams still have to qualify. We already know where we want to be, and now we just started a month and a half ago. We've been traveling to Australia, Serbia, Greece, Italy. So we just got it started, and we're very excited about it.
To know ahead of time that you've qualified for the Olympic Games while other teams are still fighting for a spot is just, it's awesome to know, and it's awesome to be able to have everyone here in training. It just sort of gives yourself a mental, I don't know, and physical advantage on everybody else.
When you're going through the process, will we be going, won't we? How do you even battle that and just get in the pool, do the task at hand?
Try to focus on what going means and what it means to you and what it means for everybody else.
What does it mean to you?
A little bit of redemption, having gone in 2016. You know, we did not make the crossover stage, and not making the medal rounds is tough to think about even now and look back on. It doesn't exactly give you the best memories of the time, and so just sort of getting back and reversing the story.
It's very clear that we can compete with some of the best teams in the world. It's just kind of getting on that physical and mental level and actually believing that we can do something special.
What's your mental go-to plan?
It's just coming in every day motivated. I know me personally, I wake up and of course we're tired. To prepare for the day, I tell myself it's going to be the hardest training I've ever done in my life. And if it's the hardest training, then I'm ready. If it's maybe a little bit something below that, then I'm mentally prepared, and I just have to kind of restart every day while also building on the day before.
So everybody talks about the journey getting to the Olympics. Talk about your personal journey to where you are now.
I'm actually originally from Italy. My mom's American, my dad's Italian. I was born and raised in Italy. Then my brother, he decided to go to college in the U.S. He went to UC Berkeley. He played water polo there, and I went to visit him a couple times in the summer. And I was like, this is great. I can keep playing at a high level and also achieve high academics. So I decided to come to the States. I actually didn't go directly to college. I did my senior year of high school. I went to Newport Beach just to get a little more comfortable with my English. It wasn't as good as my brother's. And then I decided to go to Berkeley as well. During the year of Newport Beach, Dan, the coach for the US now, he reached out to me and said if I was interested in joining the team. It was a new project. He was just coming in, and I was very fascinated by the opportunity. And since then, it's been great.
The first time I remember watching Olympic water polo was in 2008. I was staying with my parents. I think we were on a week vacation in Newport or Balboa Island, and we watched the men's water polo team get silver in Beijing. It was the first time I watched it, and I was like, that looks amazing. And I've been playing water polo. I wasn't super into it. Ended up joining a pretty serious club the next year in 2009. And that was sort of the beginning of my serious water polo career, and that sort of grew and grew into going to a really good high school, and then going to Stanford. And I remember I got invited to my first national team practice when I was a junior in high school, and I just, being around the guys and the intensity, the level of commitment was just, a very attractive thing to want to be a part of.
I played a lot of different sports, and then started playing water polo, and that took up a lot of my time. And the teams that I was on and the coaches that I had, we meshed well, and it was a really successful relationship with water polo that I had, and kept moving up, and it's been a long journey through the national team pipeline as well. Moving at each level, there's always going to be people who don't think you can make it. When I get some, negative feedback in some way, I use it to an advantage, and it really, really fires me up to prove people wrong. And so, you got to keep going and put your head down and keep fighting for your spot.
I've been surrounded by Olympic players or Olympic coaches my whole life. I grew up in Pasadena, and one of my first water polo coaches, his name was Dan Lesley, and he was the assistant water polo coach on the 2004 Olympic team. Just starting from a young age with him, around 9-10 years old, every day before training, he would show us video footage he would have of our national team's games leading up to Olympics, maybe the World Championships, and the actual Olympic Games. So seeing that at a young age really kind of helped me set my goal to wanting to be there one day on the biggest stage possible of our sport.
You are back in Torrance at the Torrance Aquatic Center. How is the town treating you, and what are you enjoying during your stay?
It's great. It's great. It's a great facility. It's great to have a 15-meter pool all for us. Torrance is good. We have our own little spots. There's a Starbucks, so we can go there between practices and get a caffeine. So we're ready to go. We come here we start at 7 a.m. We're done at 3 p.m. So it's a long day. After you're done with practice, you just drive back home and take a little nap, get some dinner, and then get ready for the next morning.
Torrance all around is treating us very well. We had a Serbia series here before, and the whole town came out to support.
The stands were packed.
Yeah, it just felt like home.
We've worked out here for the last year and a half, maybe. We've gotten to know a lot of the good spots in town.
What are the good spots? Tell me.
Me and my teammates have a couple favorite ramen spots that we love to go to. If we get hungry late at night, we'll go to 31 Flavors across the street. Torrance is treating us very well. We train in Torrance Training Lab by the airport in Torrance. We have our own weight trainer come in, and we typically lift for an hour, 4 days a week. And then on Wednesdays we do yoga, which isn't the prettiest sight to see a bunch of water polo players do yoga.
But you must be flexible, right? What's the problem with yoga and water polo?
Some of us aren't not the most flexible. The goalies are typically the best at yoga. They typically have the most flexible hips, most flexible lower body, but just the combination of the swimming and the throwing just leads to some very tight upper bodies that does not match well with yoga.
We have the pool to ourselves, and
literally.
Exactly, we have the pool to ourselves. Like we're doing an interview right here on the pool deck, and we have it to ourselves. I'm super thankful.
I'm going to give you a little Olympics quiz, just to see if you're up on your Olympics knowledge. Who is not competing in the Olympics, Tokyo 2020? Simone Biles, Katie Ledecky, Michael Phelps, Michael Norman, Venus Williams.
Okay, Phelps, funny story about Phelps. Like at last Olympics, I was talking with one trainers at Cal, which was a trainer for the swimmers, and I was talking on the path to all the way to the opening ceremony until we got out. And then at some point, some guy, which I didn't know, like started like, okay, I'll push you ahead, we'll go all the way in front. And next you know, like I'm standing next to Phelps in the opening ceremony, and like I turn and like I see him there with the flag. I'm like, wow, like I had so much adrenaline. That was like, you know, your dream, my dream. So I was like, this is the best day ever. And so yeah, Phelps for sure.
Michael Phelps. Stick with the water sports.
It has to be Michael Phelps. I'm almost certain about that.
That's correct.
Yeah,
He retired.
He's officially retired.
Michael Phelps.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Which is not an Olympic sport? Tokyo 2020. Karate, skateboarding, cricket, sport climbing, surfing.
Cricket isn't a sport in the Olympics.
That is correct.
I know sport climbing is, I know surfing is, skateboarding, and cricket, not entirely sure. I'll guess and say skateboarding.
You're wrong.
Cricket, right? Cricket is not it. Is it? I don't think cricket is.
Final answer.
Final answer.
Cricket?
Yeah, cricket.
Cricket!
I'm gonna guess cricket.
You know what else is not a sport?
Yoga.
Yoga.
I'm glad. Very happy about that.
Last question, maybe you know this. When does competition start? April, May, June, July, or August?
Oh, yeah. We start in July. We're going to actually go to Japan on the 14th. And opening ceremony is on the 24th.
Starts in July.
It does.
It does. July 23rd or 24th, I believe, is the first game.
The 24th is opening ceremony. Yeah.
Okay.
In July.
The reason why I know the opening ceremonies are July 24th because my birthday is June 24th, and we start the first game for the men's side on the 26th, and then it's every other day from there.
You are correct. And happy birthday.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Good times. And that is going to do it for this episode. We will see you back here next week. In the meantime, here are the social media stats. I'm at Lesley Mia. The show is at the SportsDesk TV. We've got email, Facebook. Be sure to keep in touch and take us behind your scenes. For everyone here at the SportsDesk, I'm Lesley Robbins. Thanks for watching.